Hold me up, they'll hold me down. They'll hold you up while you chase the crown. But when you hold the crown, they'll hold you down. And then they'll hold you up to hold the crown. I said, hold me up, they'll hold me down. They'll hold you up while you chase the crown. But when you hold the crown, they'll hold you down. And then they'll hold you up to hold the crown. Some say they got my back, I ain't believing them. So the fact is, the past is where I'm leaving them. It's mathematics, most people are fame addicts. Quick to subtract love, if you don't add it, it's real basic. 1 and 1 equals 2. Can chill around some people who you ain't equal to. Mad heads in a circle claiming down to ride 3.1 forward, them only want the pie. Mad heads in a circle claiming down to ride 3.1 forward, them only want the pie. They wanna divide the meal, but not multiply what you put in the pot. Now you eating size and throw the hat at team till I sharpen the guillotine. Find myself surrounded by nobodies. What a scene. Ain't wanna do it cause the recipe ain't called for it. Shit, I'm trying to eat the steak. They can have the porridge. Hold me up, they'll hold me down. They'll hold you up while you chase the crown. But when you hold the crown, they'll hold you down. And then they'll hold you up to hold the crown. Check it. Hold me up, they'll hold me down. They'll hold you up while you chase the crown. But when you hold the crown, they'll hold you down. And then they'll hold you up to hold the crown, huh? AWOL podcast. Something like, baby. You already know. Let's bring that shit down. You already know. Something like bars for days. Welcome to another episode of the AWOL podcast. This is going to be titled Company You Carry. We're going to go with that. You know how they say company you be careful of the company you keep? We're going to go with Company You Carry. That's going to be the title of this. And I'm going to break that down in a second. But before I do that, I want I got the sage popping for this episode. You know, shout out to my medicine woman out there. Blessing the crib. You feel me? And that's right. We got some whiskey on deck. This episode might call for it. But before I get started, shout out to everybody. Please hit that subscribe button. Hit the share button. Hit the thumbs up button. And fuck all that. Leave a comment below. I respond to the comments, I read them. When I started this, I said I wasn't going to read them because I thought I was going to get a lot of hate. And surprisingly enough, I haven't received a bad comment. I probably will now because I just said that. But I welcome it all. I welcome all forms of discourse. Unless you're talking reckless, and that's for another day. But leave a comment. I do read them. It's not like I get 100 of them, but I do read them. You know, with the Instagram, Facebook, social media was at the beginning of this. It's going to be at the end of this. The email, everything. I'm thinking about getting a phone number, like a separate phone where I'm just going to leave in the stew. I'm going to put the number out and you can call, leave a voicemail, be anonymous. I might start like another little thing where people can leave a voicemail, shit that they want to get off their chest, right? And they could just leave it on the voicemail, right? And it'll be completely anonymous. I won't save no contacts on that phone. It's just going to be, hey, get some shit off your chest type shit. But, so hit that like, share, subscribe, follow on social media. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's free. Hopefully you enjoy the content. This is just my point of view on things. I'm not right. I'm not wrong. I could be wrong. I could be right. I don't know. I'm just speaking my mind, right? Life is Gucci for the most part. But there's a war going on outside. But back to the title of this episode called Company You Carry. I like that, right? Because it's like there's certain rules in life. And I feel like one rule, I feel like this one could be 1A and 1B. They always say be careful of the company you keep. And then I feel like be careful of the company you carry. That's 1B. So let's start with 1A real quick. They say be careful of the company that you keep. I started thinking about that the other day. And I was like, what does that really mean? Like, if you break that down and be careful of the company that you keep. I said, what does that mean? So I thought about it. And I get the point, like, watch who you keep around you, right? Because if you don't want to be surrounded by negativity, don't keep negativity around you. But I feel like that has more to do with me or yourself or the individual than it does with the company around said person. Because if I live a negative life, good and positive people aren't going to want to be around me anyway. So if I'm keeping negative company, that means they want to stay there. That means I'm probably negative. Deep in my, it's probably simple to y'all, but to me, I was like, fuck, that's crazy. So because if you're bad, good people don't want to be around. And if you're good, chances are bad people don't want to be around. Because they're like, you fucking in my vibe. I'm trying to hit this lick. And you out here talking about how we going to feed the homeless tomorrow. Bro, I'm trying to rob somebody. And you out here talking about, let's go donate to the Salvation Army or something. They're not going to want to be around either. So whatever you're around, I think it takes some self-reflection to realize that maybe it's me that's attracting the company I'm keeping. I feel like it's company you're attracting. So that's another self-reflection thing that I've been doing lately to myself, just like with myself, dissecting that concept. And then I thought, I feel like it should go, the company you carry makes more sense. Because if you're good, you can carry bad people. But back to the keep, they might not be around you. But if you're subconsciously carrying them, they might be around. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I don't burn down the goddamn studio. They might be around. So, in life, you have acquaintances. This could even break down a family. Because listen, don't get me started on that. I don't like airing out people's shit or whatever, but even family could get crazy. Who you think got your back is somebody that or people that you're like, nah, nothing ever go wrong. They family. Listen, it don't work like that. You know Biggie's line. I don't got to repeat it because I'll probably get banned, but you know Biggie's line when it comes to family, blood and water. But even friends, let's just go with regular people, family or not. Sometimes you gotta cut people off. Despite whatever your mind and your heart or whatever's telling you, you gotta really do some inventory and understand that some people aren't good. And they're not meant to be in your life. Maybe they are for a lesson, but fuck, see? This is off the top. This ain't scripted, people. I'm freestyling. But maybe some people ain't meant to be in your life. And you need to cut them off. And that's like a hard thing to do when you think about it. Like, bro, I know homie for 30 years. We went to kindergarten together. All right. Money I got, time I don't. Sounds harsh, but money I got, time I don't. You could always get money. You can't get your time back. You watch a whack movie for an hour, that's an hour of your life that you will never get back. You listen to a whack album, that's 44 minutes you're never going to get back. 44 minutes sounds beyond minuscule. You're like, fuck, it's a whack album. Shit's whack, not listening. That's 44 minutes that you could have been doing something else. You're not going to get that time back. So there's times where you got to cut people off, and it might hurt at the beginning, and they might be like, he's an asshole, whatever. Hey, what did Jay say? What you eat don't make me shit. Same thing in life. Doesn't matter. And if you cut somebody off, and it turns out that you were wrong, it's on you to apologize if you did it on some asshole shit, or just be like, look, at the time, it didn't make sense to have you in a circle. And I realized that was wrong. And it's on them to accept your apology or your whatever you want to call it and be cool with you or not be cool with you. But that's on them. So you got to go to that level of things sometimes. You might not always be right. And you might not always be wrong. But if you have to be aware when you're carrying people. And that could be financially, emotionally, vibe wise, where you're like, he's cool. She's cool. Let me just, I feel bad. Whatever it is, you got to be aware of that. Because it will, if they're bad, it will drain you if you're carrying bad company. But if you're carrying good company, and even if you're, or worse off than they are, they will lift you up just by science. It's mathematics. It will happen. You know what I mean? So you got to be aware of that. And it's a tough decision to make, and especially in the world that we live in now. We got Russia, Ukraine popping, and they beefing. Oh, that's a whole nother episode. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. Yeah, that ice in there. That's filtered water ice. But yeah, it's like, and this isn't like something new that I can't even remember. I feel like from a little kid, I always realized who was cool and who wasn't. And I actually remember when. Sorry if I'm boring you, but these are just facts, and this is my point of view in my mind, right? I remember going to middle school. I think it was like, I don't even know. I don't even know what grade it was. Either way, doesn't matter. I ain't want to be there. And I was all like, fuck this place. I don't want to be here. Then I would look behind me, and there was this kid always crying. And I'm like, damn, bro, I don't want to be here, but you really don't want to be here. I don't mean to laugh when I repeat this story, but in my mind, I was like, if I don't want to be here, you definitely don't want to be here. And one day I turned around and I was like, yo, fam, you good? It's like 2-3 weeks in. Like, he was like, yeah, I'm good. He's like, you good? And I was like, not really, but yeah, I'm good. Right? So I'm a little kid. I'll never forget this because this was my first best friend I ever had. We did crazy shit. We threw water balloons off the Outer Bridge crossing, allegedly. Did we get chased back into the backyard and homie just came home with a newborn baby and a water balloon hit his windshield, allegedly? We don't know. I'm just saying, things like that happen. But me and him got cool. And then once he told me the reason he lost his sister that summer or the year before, his little sister. And it was heartbreaking because I'm like, from a little kid, I was like, oh, wait, I always knew about death, right? I was exposed to, like, I'm not out here like I grew up in South Central, but I'm saying I seen wild shit. But that was first time I'm like, when somebody actually, I'm a little kid, somebody broke down a story where he lost his little sister, and that was the first time that I saw pain. And I couldn't register it in my mind like, oh, shit. This is what real pain looks like. Like, this kid can't even, he's really sad. I was like, this is what sadness is. Whatever that is, I don't want to be there. But now I'm like, I got to be like, I'm like, hey, I didn't lose a sister. Why am I stressing about being in this corny ass school? He out here dealing with some real shit. So I said to myself, okay, let me try to help him out, and maybe I could get him out of it. I don't even know, dude. Time went on, homies, like I said, for years. Lost contact. I probably haven't spoken to him since 99, 2000. It's probably been 22 years. If you watch this by some miraculous reason, shout out to you, homie. You know who it is, who allegedly threw water balloons off the Outer Bridge crossing. But things like that happen. Not saying it did, but they could. Shout out to you. Mad love to you, bro. But And that's even that level. 22 years later, I don't forget. It is what it is. And then there's people that I was cool with that at a later stage in life where we were already grown, we whipping, we sipping, we chiefing on things, we going up to the city. And you get funny on me over a shorty? It's like, yo, you wildin'. And did we piece it out? 50-50. We did piece it out. But once, like I said, company you carry, company you keep. I'm not keeping or carrying that. I'm good, fam. I'm good. It is what it is, right? I won at the end of the day, though. I will say that. Cheers. And it's just wild. And then it's a lot. Life is a lot. Life is a lot. Everybody got their own things going on. You don't need to deal with fucking friendships. What did I say? Some friendships ain't worth the strain. You know, money's funny when that change strange. Some cats still ain't give my dough back. You hop up in the whip, yelling, where the hoes at? What? Shit don't make any sense. Some friendships ain't worth it. Male, female, whatever. Some friendships ain't worth it. And you got to realize that before you end up carrying somebody that's going to hold you down instead of holding you up. I don't need you to hold me down. I hold myself down. I need you to hold me up. That's what we all should be doing. We need to all hold each other up. You get what I'm saying? That's the point. Second is, be careful of the people that'll hold you up while you getting it. While you getting that money and they're like, yo, he got my back. I started a business. I started a podcast and they all with you. Shout out to my brother T too, by the way. I got to have a conversation with him, but shout out to my brother T. And I mean brother, like a real brother. You know, you start doing a business, taco truck, car wash, self-detailing, whatever. And they'll hold you up the whole time. But as soon as you start winning, they feel like they actually helped. They could have, but most of the time they feel like they put in more than what you did. And you're like, I was going to do this anyway, fam. I thought you was doing the support out of love, not because you was expecting something on the back end. But at the time, the mask was real and you're like, yo, they got my back for real. But once you get that crown and once you start winning, they'll hold you down out of jealousy, envy, right? And sooner or later, they're going to hold you up, whether metaphorically or whatever. They're going to hold you up to hold the crown. They want what you got. If they feel that you didn't reciprocate the same energy that they think they put in, it's just a weird balance. You got to be aware of that shit. And sometimes it just don't work. And you got to recognize when it doesn't work. Cut your ties, take the rope off, kick off the dock, start rowing, and leave them there. There's other boats. You ain't got the only boat. Let them hop in the boat and figure out their own way out. Now, the ones that do help you, before you untie that rope and dip off, the ones that kept it real and don't want nothing from you, and regardless if you win or not, are still with you, you got to keep those people close. So before you untie that boat, let them hop in that shit. Don't be like, oh, wait now. It's not enough seats on this boat, fam. Yeah, they are. Yeah, there are. There's a lot of seats on the boat. You may not want to give them a seat, but that's on you. Because they was there. Now, if they feel a certain type of way, they have the right to. Because they ain't want anything from you. If they were authentic from the rip, give them that respect back. And it's a hard balance to figure out, right? It's like, oh, who's with me, who's not, who's this, who's that. Trust it. Do I got trust issues? Yeah. Like everybody. You feel me? Yeah. Rest in peace, Sean Price. Yeah. I got trust issues. But I feel like I earned the right to have them issues. You feel me? But I don't let that block future relationships. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we're all human. We're a species. We're not something better. You're not worse than me, better than me when it comes to like race, religion, how much melanin you got in your skin. None of that matters. We're all human at the end of the day. So I understand that. And your circumstances might be different than mine. So that's here nor there. But you have to appreciate the good, recognize the bad, and deal with the bad accordingly. And once you figure out this balance of like, do you want this person or group in your life? Yeah, keep them. Nah, get rid of them. But also do some self-reflection. Before you kick someone out the circle, do some self-reflection. What am I doing? Am I wilding? Because a lot of times, you're the one that's wilding. There's times where I look back, I'm like, that was wrong of me. Right? Self-reflection. Major role in all this shit. Let me light this shit one more time before I skedaddle. This is a quick joint. I just want to touch base with y'all. You already know. I'm back on my solo joints. It's kind of a headache to get guests and shit. Shout out to all my guests. I love all y'all. But yeah, man, this is just the company you carry. And life is short. Like I said, there's a war. That's probably a whole nother episode. But life is life. Just love yourself and really pay attention to who's around you. And is it A, who they are? And if they're there, then why are they there? It could be you, may not be you. And if it's not you, you're probably carrying them. So think about company you keep, company you carry. Because that shit is something that, even though I just thought about that like 2-3 days ago, maybe a week, right? Because I'm going over my tracks and shit, and that track, something like, almost made me think about it, like, why did I write that? I don't know why I wrote that. At the time I wrote it, right? So I don't know what was going on in my mind, but I wrote it. So that's what I was thinking about. Like, maybe I should discuss that. And when I talk to y'all on these solo episodes, ain't nobody in this room. It's almost kind of weird. Where I know people are going to watch this, but nobody's here right now. So it sounds crazy that I'm just talking in a room, but I know y'all listening, right? And I appreciate every one of y'all. But it just is what it is. So I was like, let me work that out off the top of the head and see what comes up when you put on the spot, when I'm put on the spot. And yeah, I agree with everything I said, you know what I'm saying? Because I said it. But yeah, we good, man. Love yourself. AWOL podcast. This is a quick joint just to check in with y'all. I love y'all. Hope everybody's doing good. Like I said, I'm thinking of getting that extra phone line that I'm going to just keep in here. I'm not carrying that shit with me. I'm good. But I'm going to listen to it and listen to whatever if I do that. But I'm thinking of something. I'm going to try to change some things up. You know what I mean? But don't forget to subscribe, like, share, thumbs up, comment. Comments more than anything. I want some feedback. Let me get some feedback, people. Give me some feedback. If you got this far into the video so far, give me some feedback. You know what I mean? Let me know what y'all want to see, what you want to hear, some topics. If you want me to shut up, if you want me to keep talking, let me know something. Like I said, I welcome all forms of discourse. And yeah, man, with that being said, I love y'all. And I'm out of here. Cheers.